Good evening, students, parents, staff, dignitaries, and members of the Cold Spring Harbor and Island Trees communities. I'm Joe Montecero, Superintendent.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
There's nothing better than Friday night lights, a little cookout, some games, some fun, and some future Seahawks as well, enjoying the flip of the burger. And, oh, yeah, one of the best games on the calendar as well. From Cold Spring Harbor High School, it's a Remembrance Ball as the Island Trees Bulldogs take on the Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And a pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast booth. He's Brian Soper. I'm John Perez. It's week 3 in Conference 4, Brian, and there's no better early test than when these two get together.
Yeah, both teams are looking to, Cold Spring Harbor's rolling 2-0, looking to keep that momentum going. Island Trees is pumped up after a big win after falling early to Seaford. Right, so both teams looking to keep it going, right, and what a great atmosphere we have here at Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah, it's a fantastic atmosphere, and Island Trees is going to have their work cut out for them. And let's take a look at how the season has gone for Island Trees so far. You mentioned 1 win, 1 loss so far, and a combined rushing yards of 218 and 2 touchdowns. We're going to see a lot of running in this one. But how about Island Trees starting to build a little momentum over the last few years, 5 wins in each of their last 2 seasons. Meanwhile, on the other side, for Cold Spring Harbor, they were the runners-up in Conference 4 last year, losing to a tough Seaford team. They avenged the loss, and, of course, a ground and pound. Talk about consistency. 6 straight years, 6 straight wins against Island Trees, and second straight season that they're 2-0.
Yeah, they're just starting getting things rolling here, and only one loss last season. Started this season out tremendously, 2-0. Homecoming, right? Lights are bright, right? And in Cold Spring Harbor, they know how to win around here and looking to get it done tonight against Island Trees.
Like we mentioned, it is the Remembrance Bowl, and we'll have more on that when we come back. It's Island Trees, Cold Spring Harbor, up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs, or call 516-403-2050.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Welcome back to Cold Spring Harbor High School, and like we mentioned, it is the Remembrance Bowl, and alongside Brian Soper, I'm John Perez, and to give you a little context, in 1947, Operation Democracy began a goodwill outreach effort in wake of World War II, matching up U.S. communities with their sister cities overseas. Locust Valley formed a connection with St. Mary Église in Normandy and was aided in the rebuilding effort. And quote, it was the game that never happened, and it was supposed to be played in Reims, France. on Christmas in 1944, dubbed the Champagne Bowl between the two teams from the 101st Airborne stationed in France's Champagne region. But the Battle of the Bulge against Germany happened instead, so we never got the game, and that is why it is dubbed the game that never happened. So you skip ahead to 2017. Helen Ayer Patton, the resident of Reims and granddaughter of General George Patton Jr., found an invitation to the Champagne Bowl, had the idea to get the game going again, and she formed the Patton Legacy Sports with Michelle Strauss in 2018 to honor the athletic legacy of General Patton, a 1912 Olympian, and the game returned in a flag football form that year, and with the 101st Airborne expanded last year to include the 82nd Airborne. It's played in St. Mare Église suburbs. So those are the cliff notes, and you see the ceremony here, but it's great to have this game here, Brian, and remember those that we lost in World War II.
Yeah, last year the game was between Locust Valley and Cold Spring Harbor. Now it's Cold Spring Harbor's time to kind of put this production on, and it's just an amazing scene. With the crowd, with the just everything, just uniforms, and schools are about to sing the anthems. We have the French anthem coming up, the national anthem. It's just an amazing thing, in terms of what the sacrifices that the soldiers made, and just great history here, right? George Patton, right? VMI grad, West Point. Just about leadership, and Cold Spring Harbor has some real great leadership from the student athletes to the coaches, and Island Trees as well. Their program has been in a really, really good place. So look for some really hard-nosed football tonight.
Yeah, and these two teams have really leaned into this game, circling it on their calendar. Both coaches saying that they were honored to be selected in this game. And for Cold Spring Harbor and Island Trees, they made a week out of it. On Thursday, they had a collective team dinner in where they had veterans sign each and every one of their jerseys, so we'll see that throughout the broadcast. They have a Patton patch on their shoulder guards as well. So that's going to be something that we'll keep an eye here, but a good way to remember those, because, Brian, let's be honest, you and I were getting older, and unfortunately the greatest generation is not around not going to be around much longer, and trying to keep their legacy intact.
Yeah, so some of the things, right, this Remembrance Bowl brings the K through 12 curriculum to the school, getting into the schools, and Helen Patton talking to the students in Cold Spring Harbor. Sold-out cocktail party, right, sponsor a veteran. There's VIP seating for veterans in front of us. But, yeah, you definitely can't forget what those that, the freedoms we have is because of those World War II vets. And, for 1 month, 1 week, and 5 days, right, at the Battle of the Bulge, right, they pretty much ended World War II.
Yeah, and so among the luminaries in attendance, Michelle Strauss is speaking now. Of course, her and Helen Ayer Patton have teamed up to recreate this game again and form the Patton Legacy Sports with the two of them. Tom Swazi is here, local congressman, and a bunch of other luminaries, not to mention some servicemen and women, and of course first responders that we see at the 50-yard line as well. With that said, we'll take a quick break and we'll carry the opening ceremonies when we come back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Back here at Cold Spring Harbor, we're just moments away from the opening ceremony between Island Trees and Cold Spring Harbor, the 2024 edition of the Remembrance Bowl. Alongside Brian Soper, I'm John Perez, and a ton of men and women, servicemen and women here as well, remembering those that we lost in World War II. As well. And Brian, it's just a great atmosphere. It's been buzzing since we've gotten here, and the parking lot is filled all the way down tenfold.
Yeah, not easy to get a spot. You know, there's the standing room only in the stands, right? The smell of hamburgers and hot dogs is amazing. But just what an amazing thing for the kids here at Cold Spring Harbor. Next year it's going to get passed on to Island Trees. But, you know, even a trip to Normandy for some students and faculty of, you know, I'm a social studies teacher, right? What an experience that would be to visit, you know, Normandy and D-Day and all these types of historic things. That's real life experience, and it's a tremendous thing. You know, and the motto of this thing is, you know, education through sports. And sports can teach us so many lessons on the field and off the field, and this is pretty awesome.
It's a Cold Spring Harbor alum from 2020 as well that is being honored here up at West Point. And for those of you that have not had the opportunity and especially live on Long Island, it's probably about a 2-hour drive up to West Point, but you have to absolutely make it a destination place to go.
By our varsity cheerleaders.
With that, the cheerleaders are bringing out the
Kindergarten and
huge
second
American
grade
flag that
students.
will be displayed.
They may follow out of the tunnel now.
Okay. Can I get over?
So as the cheerleaders get set, how about the young pups as well, showing the patriotic pride, along with the JV cheerleaders, and a good experience for them. And if things go the way that the Remembrance Bowl has gone since 2017, this will be a yearly tradition, and perhaps future Seahawks or Bulldogs or wherever they attend school will be playing in this game.
Just has a college atmosphere feel here. The community, you know, showed out, right? They showed up for this, you know, and again, Remembrance Bowl, right? This is an experience that a lot of these kids are going to remember for a very long time.
I would like to introduce the varsity football
for the
team
rest of their high school career.
carrying ceremonial flags. Island Trees, please make your way out onto the field.
And so now both teams are going to come out as well, and we'll send it down to the field for the opening ceremony right here. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
And now, it is time. Everybody rise for our Seahawks. Our varsity football team, the 2024 2-0 varsity football team. Let's go Seahawks!
2
everybody can, please rise. And if you can, okay, take off your caps. We are now going to sing God Bless America, followed by the French national anthem and our national anthem, then the coin toss, and then it's time to play some football. Everyone, please rise.
If there are any remaining special 6th grade guests to sing God Bless America with us, please make your way to the field at this time. All right, everybody, get ready.
I'm already doing it.
Thank you very much to our 6th graders. At this time, 6th graders, please make your way back to the bleachers.
So where's this French anthem? What are they doing?
Don't want to ruin the show, so we're gonna just record you.
Let's go white! Let's go white! Let's go white!
Great opening ceremony here. Kickoff and coin toss when we come back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor High School. It is the 2024 Remembrance Bowl, and just what a great job by the Cold Spring Harbor Athletic Department, expanding from the elementary school all the way up to the high school. Brian.
Yeah, truly a community event, right? From the young kids that were out there, right, looking up to these young men who are getting ready to strap it on and play. Just amazing scenes, just, seeing Bruno and Ulico and holding the airborne flag and the United States flag. It's just seems to go together, right? Football, right? A little patriotism, right? And it just feels right here at Cold Spring Harbor under the lights.
And I think what's really a neat thing right now at midfield, they'll do the coin toss, but some veterans there as well. And the teams, they had an opportunity last night to meet some servicemen and women from World War II, and we'll do again tonight. And just a great job overall as both teams getting ready to get out there for the opening coin toss. Captains for Cold Spring Harbor, Sam Bruno, Hunter Ulico, Brady McKean, and Alex Bauer. And on the other side for Island Trees, Joe Filicamo, as well as Anthony Saragasi, always known as AJ, Joe Menente, Giuseppe Mandola, and Max Dykman. And our head referee tonight, Keith Stazak.
You know who we are, so why don't you guys fist bump, shake hands, introduce yourselves. Okay guys, straight line. Alright, Island Trees, I'm going to show you my corner. The 80 is the heads, so remembrance is the tails, okay? So guys, 80 is the heads, remembrance is the tails. I'm going to ask you to call it before my friend over here is going to flip it. What are you going to call? He's calling tails. Tails is the call. You got to hit the ground. Tails is the call. Tails is the call. It is tails. Island Trees has won the toss. You like to defer. You want the ball, correct? Which goal would you like to defend? You're going to defend this one. So just come up here with me. Line up next to me. Guys, you face them. Island Trees has won the toss. They've deferred to the second half.
So Island Trees wins it, and they defer.
Fellas, shake hands. Good luck.
Cold Spring Harbor defending runners-up in Conference 4. We'll start off on offense. Well, let's meet our impact players here today, and we'll start with Island Trees. And the thing with Conference 4, Brian, as you know, is it's only about 30 players on a roster. 20 of them are in the rotation, but two of the impact players as well will be Joe Filicamo and Joe Menente for Island Trees.
Yeah, Joe Filicamo, he's the heart and soul of his team, 3-year starter, right? Full sport athlete, playing across at LIU. Heart and soul of the team, plays huge despite his smaller stature, but had a great game, 9 tackles last game. and Minante, right, again, another lacrosse guy, dual sport athlete, 41-yard touchdown versus Carl Place, right? These guys, if they're going to hang in there today, these boys got to step up.
Yeah, and they're going to have to step up against two of the best players in all of Conference 4. Out of Cold Spring Harbor, it's Hunter Ulico as well as Alex Bauer.
Yeah, Alex Bauer, 7 touchdowns already. I'd love to have him on my fantasy team. 2 games, 7 touchdowns. Just a dynamic athlete, one of the best backs at Nassau. Senior, right, Michigan lacrosse commit, 4-yard touchdown winner last week with 38 seconds to go. And Ulico on the line, D-end, another multi-sport athlete. If you ask a lot of these Cold Spring Harbor fans who's been the MVP so far, they're chanting Ulico, right? MVP, MVP. He's been that good.
And quickly, Brian, if either one of these teams is going to get a win on under the lights in the Remembrance Bowl, what do they have to do?
Yeah, I think, both teams are going to have to, control the line of scrimmage, right? Island Chiefs needs to adapt defensively. They need to control the ball. You do not want to allow Cold Spring Harbor to dictate the time of possession. Cold Spring Harbor wants to establish the run. It's Bauer, Bauer, Bauer. You got to stop him. Don't be predictable, right? Maybe mix in some play action and definitely show some multiple looks defensively, right, to try to keep Island Trees, off their game.
And we're ready for kickoff, and how about this? You got Chris Hogan in the building. We'll here for the game as the kick goes out of bounds. A good field position for Cold Spring Harbor to start this off. And a team that prides itself on the run, coming off a big victory against Seaford, the defending champs. 19-14 the victory as Cold Spring Harbor was able to finally pick up a victory and avenge the loss from last year.
Yeah, crazy game. You had Keeley, right, pick off a pass in the end zone, right, to end the game after Bauer, had the 4-yard winner with 38 seconds to go. Huge rivalry game, good win to pick up second of the season versus Seaford.
Way to go, Batman.
Cold Spring Harbor pitched a shutout against Carl Place on the road in Week 1. And Sam Bruno, first play from scrimmage, gives it off to Alex Bauer, shakes a few tacklers, and gets past the 40. He's so tough to bring down and advances forward past midfield. Tackle just shy of the 45-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Bauer, right, makes the first man miss. Speed is his game, but he's 6'1", right, runs with power behind his pads as well. Great start for Cold Spring Harbor. Right behind the line, you got Alex Vitale snapping the ball. Hunter Ulico's on that line. Grayson Meek, a bunch of tough guys up front looking to create some holes.
And the man that's been in control of the huddle has been Sam Bruno. Hasn't thrown the ball a lot this year, but John Madrensky really loves his captain abilities and says there's no better leader he'd rather have under center. Bauer back-to-back gives, trying to push the pile and nowhere to go. Only a pickup of a yard. Offensively for Cold Spring Harbor, coming off that 19-14 victory.
Number 11, Alex Bauer.
We saw Bauer and a lot of beef up front, a lot of returners as well for this vaunted offense.
Yeah, so you got a lot of dual sport athletes. They play together. Chemistry is definitely not a problem. And Bruno, right, is that guy in the huddle. He controls the huddle, and his confidence is sky high right now. It's a good tackle there by Justin Feldman, right, from the D-line for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is a young Bulldogs team. Feldman's a junior. Bruno keeps it himself and ranges wide and picks up a yard. Going up against an Island Trees defense that only gave up 12 points a week ago. And you mentioned Feldman, one of those tough guys up front. Another guy that has stepped into the starting lineup is Keishan Dorgenmeiser as well for the injured A.J. Saragassi.
Yeah, you got young guys, a lot of juniors on this team, right, trying to find their role, build chemistry. It's going to really start at that line of scrimmage. Good job, two downs in a row, stopping that run. First with Bauer, then with Bruno. Big third down here.
On third down, the pitch, Bauer ranges wide. Galloping, he's got enough for a first down as he gets shoved down by Dylan Hernandez, the junior. And it's the Alex Bauer show early on, getting the lion's share of the carries to the 30.
You know it's coming, but it's still not easy, right? You saw Ulico out there through a great block on the edge. right? You also saw Kevin Burns, right? Good size, 6'2" tight end, right, with a good block. Tough. When you get Bauer in space and get him ahead of steam on the outside, he's tough to bring down, especially with that great blocking by the line and tight end.
Looks like we don't have the right football, and now Keith Stasic will go out there. Our referees today, Stasic is the white hat, Doug Schiller is the umpire, line judge Chris Miller, Harry Halkias is the head linesman, back judge is Nate Lebowitz, and the timer is Paul Broshman.
Yeah, you see Filicomo out there in linebacker. Not the biggest guy in the world, but super tough. Let's see if they try to avoid running to his side.
Handoff not to Bauer. In fact, it's ranging wide, as that's John Ficara, the junior. And how about Ficara? First opportunity, and he'll move the sticks.
Good run, good tough run, right? Filicomo came up off the edge, right, to make a tackle. And Ficara was able to beat him, and that's not easy.
For the junior, number 26, John
Ficara's only a junior, and a good thunder and lightning combination for Cold Spring Harbor. And, of course, it's tougher to say, well, you have to stop Alex Bauer than it is done, but you need to have that second option out there as well.
Yeah, last game he had 26 carries. You want to try to maybe split that up if it's a long season football.
Bauer gets past Felicomo, still on his feet and wrestled down. On the tackle by Justin Feldman. Mentioned 2-year starter on the varsity squad, but he hurt his knee in the middle of last season. Now he's at 100%, and what an addition to this defense in 2024.
Yeah, a lot of hats to the football there by Island Trees. 24, Ben Morandi was around the football. Feldman's been sniffing out the ball as well. Going to have to maybe get some tackles for losses, even though they were guys there, still able to get a yard there or so.
On second down, Bauer bounces off his own guy, and Island Tree sniffs it out. That's Max Dykman, 2-year starter on the varsity squad.
Yeah, tough kid, 5'11", 190. It's super athletic. You see his explosion off the ball and was able to make a secure tackle.
Flag comes out. And this will go against Island Trees. We'll wait for the call.
There was a penalty on the play.
$15 yards, must have been some sort of personal foul, maybe something after the whistle.
Well, and now the referees will talk about it, because I don't think the signal matches the penalty, because the linesmen are at 2nd and 1. So 2nd and 1 after the Island Trees penalty. Bauer chugs up the middle towards the end zone, reaching. It'll be short. And that'll set up 1st and goal for the Seahawks.
Good blocking there. 51, Aiden Smith, wrestler, right? Played a lot of D last year. Now on the offensive line, kind of pulled down into the middle gaps there, allowing for Bauer to slither through.
1st and goal for the Seahawks.
Might have number 8 coming up. Touchdown for Bauer.
Certainly appears that way. 1st and goal. There's Bauer, shaking wide and stuffed. Just a yard short.
There's Filicomo doing what he does, always hunting around the ball, giving maximum effort.
I asked John Madrensky, how do you replicate a year ago for Alex Bauer? Are there any wrinkles that you want or anything that he works on? He said, no, I just let him do what he does best. He's tough to bring down, and So the only thing that I could do is mess it up, so I let him do his thing.
Yeah, and he talked about him and Bruno, right, their ability to.
Ball on the carpet. Island Trees is on top of it. Joe Filicomo picks up the fumble, and Island Trees defense stands tall at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Bruno was looking to score his first touchdown of the year. That last play by Filicomo, I mean, he gets the fumble recovery here. You see him coming off the edge, picks up the loose change. But his tackle at the goal line could have easily let Bauer just kind of go in. You never know. That shoestring tackle at the goal line leads to a turnover and a change of downs, and that's what that kid does. He's all heart, all motor. 2 huge plays for the Bulldogs.
For Island Trees, this is what you sign up for. You throw a shutout on the first drive for Cold Spring Harbor, and then the other way around, you've got the ball as Vedrensky now turns to his defense.
Yeah, Island Trees is playing a little short-handed, right, without A.J. Saragosi, has a foot injury, right? You know, he's a huge part of this offense, and let's see if someone can step up.
Under center is Sean Navarrete. And a whistle. And a flag comes out all the way up the field.
There's a flag on the play. That flag will give you time to head on down to the snack shack and either north or south end of the field. Get yourself a hot dog, hamburger, something cold to drink. And let me tell you something.
And so the delay of game moves it back half a yard.
You are missing out. We have plenty of gear on both ends of the field. Thinking Venmo. Get some Cold Spring Harbor gear today.
Well, Brian, this is a Young Island Trees team on the road. They do have their fans here as well, but certainly a true road test environment early in the season in Week 3.
Developing chemistry, especially on the offensive line, and, you know, they're looking to build off of last week.
Neverett passes on first down, slings it far side, and he's got Joe Menente. He's got a first down, stutter steps past the 20, and how about that on the first play from scrimmage, the hook up to Menente.
How about the confidence, right? You're backed up in your own end. Let's call it toss, right? Why not? He's been throwing the ball better. Navarrete, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns against Carl Place last week, including a 21-yard TD pass versus Seaford. Hey, let's air it out, right? Find Menante, right? A kind of leader for this team. Going to play at Connecticut College, some lacrosse, right? He definitely caught that one with his hands.
23-yard hookup. There's an Island team that did nothing but run in the first 2 games, and they air it out on the first one as the run up the middle.
Yeah, good job by the D-line for Cold Spring Harbor, right? You got both Testa brothers in there, Roy and Roger, and you got Grayson Meek right down there in the middle playing some nose. He'll go out to D-end as well. 6-foot state champ wrestler, right? Going to wrestle at UPenn.
Well, there is the starting quarterback, Sean Navarrete, now 7 of 10 on the season, and could add another 25 passing yards there. But
yeah,
to get rid of the unpredictability, he's got to sling it.
And he stood in there. There was pressure. He stood in there, took a hit, and delivered a strike.
The pitch, Joe Menente, pretty busy in the opening series, and a pickup of 6. Offensively for Island Trees, along with Menente and Navarrete. Dylan Hernandez and Ryan Maybrook, and 2-way players on the line. Angad Singh has really drawn praise from the coaching staff.
Yeah, and Maybrook, he's been a junior, first year playing football, recruited off the basketball court. 21-yard TD versus Seaford. Caught a touchdown versus Carl Place, 2 touchdowns, right? You saw Menente catch one. Look for Maybrook maybe to catch one and try to go to the house.
3rd and short. And the handoff, Menente devoured. Good defensive stop, and busting in the gap was Roger Testa, the senior. Make a clutch stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, Roger Testa is, he's a coach out there on the field. He snuffed that one out. You also had Hunter Ulico, who's an absolute monster on the line as well. Big stop there for the Cold Spring Harbor D-line.
And so Menente to punt it away, and for Cold Spring Harbor, John Ficara to receive. Manente boots it away. Takes a Bulldogs bounce. Ficarra fields it at the 25-yard line, bounces off a defender, and ranges wide. Past the 30, and Ficarra making something out of nothing on the 10-yard return.
Yeah, Cold Spring Harbor is going to look to get this ball and a little ball security, right? Make sure they can drive it and finish this drive, right? Great drive opening, but just didn't cash it in. Look for them to pay close attention to handling the football. You know, the big play the punt, right? Big play last week against Seaford was the blocked quick kick versus Seaford, right? And that was Grayson Meek, right? That UPenn wrestling commit who made a huge play blocking that and allowed for Bauer to set up a winning touchdown.
You know, 3 starters for Cold Spring Harbor are wrestlers, and of course that's what happens when the wrestling coach is also a coordinator on the team. Mike Fedjuari is the first play from scrimmage. Brady McKean going forward and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Mirande and Philocoma, both, you know, one went high, one got low to wrap them up, right, to bring them down. Good job. You know, after the first busted a few runs early, the Bulldog defense has done a good job tackling.
Second and long for Sam Bruno. Hasn't thrown yet. Play action. Bruno airs it out, going deep. He's got Kevin Burns, but can't make the catch. Flag is out. I'm not sure if Bruno got hit after the throw.
There is a flag on the play, however.
It's down in the backfield where he uncorked it.
Yeah, good toss, right? Looking for Kevin Burns, 6'2", big target. Menante's been everywhere. He's punting, he's handling the ball, and he was in great coverage there.
And a face mask. And a 5-yard face mask on the incidental face mask, but nonetheless, you don't want to give yards away to Cold Spring Harbor.
No, well, they did last drive, and then they bend, but didn't break right on that last drive, and were able to secure a turnover. Definitely don't want to make it easy for Cold Spring Harbor.
That's a good point. You know, maybe they have him just where they want him.
Yeah.
Bauer on second down gets tugged down as well.
I mean, Ulico threw a vicious block here. The whole, the cavalry was out there for Cold Spring Harbor and just were chucking guys to the side.
Bauer steps out at the 42-yard line, leaving Cold Spring Harbor.
Hunter Ulico just having a tremendous season in the middle of the huddle.
You know, just seeing a block like that is the next time they toss it out, you're a defensive player. You're thinking like, where's 56? Because that was a vicious block. I mean, there's burgers and dogs here, and he just served up a pancake.
I've heard they're eating the dogs. 2.5 and rolling in the first quarter. There's Bauer. And Bauer's got a first down. You know, there was another good 56 that wore red, white, and blue around these parts, too.
Yeah, LT. Unfortunately, the G-men
could have used them last night.
Settled for a bunch of field goals. But good job. Good tackle, good secure tackle there. You had Maximus Dickman again. Justin Feldman's been around the ball. Philocoma, right? These guys are stepping up huge.
And that was the biggest thing that Ryan Vinberg, the head coach for Island Tree, said, is we have to defend as a unit. Brady McKean picks up 3.
Yeah, McKean's a big athlete, 6'2", kind of a Swiss Army knife, two-way. Stony Brook lacrosse commit, 3-sport athlete. And Bauer there on the outside threw a block, right, to get him free, right? So these guys play together all year long, and little role reversal there.
And you know this, too, and it's no surprise to anyone around these parts. For Cold Spring Harbor, of course, one of the prominent lacrosse programs in not just New York State, but the country, and these guys are just not afraid to hit. And it's even not just the lacrosse players. They've got some wrestlers and guys that just want to draw contact.
Yeah, and Island Trees last year got to their first county final for lacrosse.
Bruno's got Kylie, incomplete.
Bruno airs it out for number 9.
Yeah, still looking to hook up there, connect. He's open, right? Kylie's been opened. He's one of the few sophomores on this team. 6'2", great size. Caught a huge pass last week, a 49-yarder, and he picked off that pass in the end zone to secure the victory. Promising future on the football field, in the classroom, and on the lacrosse field for Keeley.
One of the things that John Madrensky said, too, is that Sam Bruno, his grandfather served in World War II as well, so that this is extra special for him and his family. And now on 3rd and long. Gives it, here's McKean. Busting wide, close to the first down marker, and it moves the sticks.
Great run by him, kind of burst. You see that burst he has. To have that size and that speed is what makes him a dynamic athlete. Minante steps up, game little touchdown saving tackle by him, but moves the chains. Right, good job there. You see the kind of a double team on the end by the line, freeing him up to you give that athlete that space. Swiss Army knife moves the chains.
Long drive for Cold Spring Harbor. Back-to-back gives. McKean on the jet sweep. McKean down at the 15. Filicamo again with the tackle.
Getting on that edge. Number 10 for Cold Spring Harbor. Senior Sean Ecker had a great block. Again, that line, you see Ulico getting to that second level. You see 10, and then McKean's off to the races. Look at the size of this kid. Was injured last year a bit for lacrosse, right? And then all of a sudden this summer just turned heads because of his size, his athletic ability, and you see it transferring here onto the football field.
Final 30 seconds, perhaps the final play of the quarter. Scoreless, Cold Spring Harbor wants to get on the board. First and 10 for the 19. Bruno keeps it himself, chugs ahead. Still on his feet, Bruno powering forward. Close to the first down marker.
Yeah, you see the confidence there with Bruno to just take off, right? His ability to control the huddle, getting close to 100 yards rushing for him. But you see in the center there, Alex Vitale. He's a sophomore with great size, 6'3", 195. I call him a puppy, but he's a pretty big dog out there, another multi-sport athlete.
That dog can hunt. Second quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Going, Israel Bonikunda, running back for the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor. It is the 2024 Remembrance Bowl. Pep Band in full attendance as well, and a scoreless game going into the second quarter, and it's been the ground and pound show for both of these programs.
Three-headed monster for Cold Spring Harbor on the ground with Bauer, Bruno, McKean. Some good blocking in the trenches by the line, but they got to cap off a drive. The ball control, they've dominated time of possession, but it's still 0-0 on the scoreboard.
For Cold Spring Harbor, good field position. 2nd and 1 from the 6 to start off the second quarter. First drive for Cold Spring Harbor was halted at the goal line on a fumble by Sam Bruno, the quarterback. Looking for redemption here. Up the gut, nowhere to go for Bauer. And defensively as a unit, Island Trees is standing tall in the first half.
Yeah, senior, that's Giuseppe Mendola, coming across the line of scrimmage, bringing Bauer down. Again, here we go. They were bending. Let's see if they can not break again.
It's a loss of 2. The normal kicker for Cold Spring Harbor is Ben Stark, but he's been on the shelf. Sam Bruno's been handling the PATs. This could be 4-down territory for Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah, they've had more success in that toss game, so look for a toss outside here and let Bauer get his speed going.
Yeah, it's Bauer and Fakara in the backfield, and a whistle before the snap. And a timeout taken by Cold Spring Harbor.
Timeout, Cold Spring Harbor.
So a timeout taken. We'll take it with them as well. 11:06 to go in the second quarter on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
House on a Friday night, a good defensive battle. Island Trees and Cold Spring Harbor. He's Brian Soper. I'm John Perez. And what these two teams are hoping will be one of 2 matchups this year. Of course, Cold Spring Harbor falling in the county final last year. They upset Malvern, who was one of the top teams, although wounded, to set up a matchup with Seaford. And now many are picking Cold Spring Harbor to be the team to hoist the trophy this year.
Every year brings a new set of challenges, a new squad. You start out 2-0 and building off of last year. The Cold Spring team is super confident.
Bruno under center. 3rd and 2, the pitch. Ranges wide. Bauer shakes one tackler and will not be denied. Touchdown. Alex Bauer scores his 8th TD of the year. And Cold Spring Harbor strikes first.
Yeah, good time out there by Cold Spring Harbor. Go to what's been working. That toss has given a chance for lead blockers to get out there, and then Bauer just does a little bit of what he does here, making a man miss. See number 2 out there. Also Ecker again with the lead block, cut back, bouncing off, spinning off, not to be denied. Little show off to the camera there.
The primetime players always know where the camera is.
Yeah, the 8 touchdowns. He knows where the end zone is, that's for sure.
An extra point. Ben Stark drills it. After the hold from Rex O'Connor. A 7-0 lead for Cold Spring Harbor. And Island Trees will set up when we come back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
10:58 to go in the second quarter. 7-0 lead for Cold Spring Harbor, and doing a good job of running the football. And this game, of course, a little appetizer to the rest of our upcoming slate. It's only going to get better. Some football and soccer the rest of the way tomorrow. Great rivalry on Long Island. Farmingdale heads to Massapequa, and then a doubleheader, Carl Place against Lynbrook, and then some boys soccer as well as football. Stepinac, Chaminade, Hills East, Northport, Syosset, Oceanside in soccer. You can watch it all on youtube.com/Varsity Media.
Yeah, I'm on that call tomorrow, Farmingdale, Pequa, two towns that don't like each other too much.
No, and they'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure. One year they used to have, I don't even know if they couldn't even sit on the same side of the field, right? It was just, that was not allowed, no bueno.
It's an interesting setup. You can put them on the opposite side, but I'd imagine that the crowd will be maybe a little similar to this, although this is above and beyond. Huge crowd size over here as Ben Stark, short kick. And a nice catch by Matt Morandi. And that'll set up shop for Island Trees at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Morandi, good catch. He's made a couple good plays on defense. Again, guys stepping up for Island Trees definitely need to step up here and match and answer the Cold Spring Harbor touchdown.
So we saw Sean Navarrete pass a few times, primarily a running team, but pretty balanced offense their last drive of the first quarter.
Yeah, heavy junior line for it's building chemistry, and coaches are building confidence in the entire offensive group.
Joe Filicamo on first down. Boy, he's so tough to bring down, and this Cold Spring Harbor defense is going to have their work cut out for them. And then you see Rex O'Connor, Sam Bruno, a lot of two-way players, McKean, Saunders, Kiley. Cole Newman, keep an eye out him. The cornerback can do it both ways. Burns, Ulico, the two Testa brothers, and Grayson Meek.
Yeah, 21, Jaden Saunders Jr., 5'10", 185, just looks the part. Been really good at the middle linebacker position for them. Weight room guy is kind of led by example for them, and has been tremendous to start the season.
Coaching staff said that he played his best game at the varsity level last week against Seaford. And the play gets blown up. Filicamo nowhere to go. And that's Roger Testa, the older brother of Roy Testa. And the beginning of the year, Testa has been somebody that has looked to fill the void, and he and Grayson Meek teaming up to bring down Filicamo.
How about that, right? Your brother on the line, both D tackles, right? The Testa's in there getting nasty with Ulico. You know, I was going to say the Roy Roger defensive line. Said a little happy trails to you there to the backfield.
That wasn't Big Boy either, right? Or was it? I'm totally out of my element. Sean Navarrete isn't, though. He can chug it. As Cold Spring Harbor rallies over. I got the Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I automatically thought of Big Boy.
I don't know much. I just know he had a horse trigger. That's about the extent. I know that it is a fast food chain as well.
I was thinking of Austin Powers.
Oh,
okay. That first scene, the Big Boy.
Oh, yeah. Get in my belly. Fourth down, big play here.
Yeah, but the special teams unit out. And a whistle, and the cart is on the field, all the way in the end zone. So, yeah, there's the cart on the other side of the field. That was looped in the end zone now. Referees say play on. And a good punt by Menente as Ficara makes the catch at the 27-yard line. Ficara still on his feet. He might not be the biggest guy on the team, but, boy, it takes a lot to bring him down.
Yeah, Island Trees needs to do a little bit better job wrapping up. If you're gonna punt there, right, you want to pin them back. Allowing him to return it there for 15 or 20 yards gets it close to the to the line of scrimmage, so definitely got to shore up that tackling on special teams. Good block there. Phil Coleman was hunting the ball, and Rex O'Connor, another lacrosse kid, right, with a nice block there to at least stop the leading tackler from Island Trees from getting in on the play.
O'Connor with a huge football IQ as his head coach. 1st and 10 from the 40. Bauer in the backfield. Joe Kiley top of the screen. Play action. Bruno, short dart. He's got Brady McKean. And McKean across midfield. McKean can run for days to the 40, 30. McKean still on his feet. And pushed out around the 15-yard line.
Great pursuit there, right? The only guy standing between McKean and the end zone was Minante, right? Good tackle there, but wide open. Nice job by Bruno getting the ball into McKean, the playmaker. And you see that kid completely reverse his field. And you look at him, right? He's never quitting that kid, right? He's trying to get out ahead to lead his brother to the end zone.
45-yard run.
You know, so you see Island Trees pretty, 4th and short twice, right? They've punted, obviously looking to, play a little field position with Cold Spring Harbor, but big plays like that put them right into scoring position.
First down from the 16. Bruno keeps it himself. Darts ahead, barrels forward. Did he get in? Just short. He needed 16, went 15, but Bruno so elusive on the ground.
Showed a great burst there as he got through the line of scrimmage.
15-yard run, 1 yard short of the touchdown.
Roger Testa with a tremendous block out here. So, here he is playing, right? Watch 24 out here. Just a tremendous block to free him and just clipped at the end there. Bruno sniffing that end zone.
First and goal from the 1. Bruno with Bauer in the backfield. The give to Bauer. Did he get in and get stopped just shy of the line?
I mean, that's some play by Giuseppe Mendola coming across that line.
Bauer's run stopped just short, leaving Cold Spring Harbor 2nd and inches.
Yeah, Mendola has been fantastic for Island Trees so far this year, the senior. And how about this? In the weight room, there's a 500-pound club. He deadlifted 800 pounds.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you see his explosiveness, right? His ability to get off of those blocks. At times even trying to double team him and chip him on the edge.
2nd and goal to pitch. Bauer. Too easy. Another TD for Alex Bauer. And Cold Spring Harbor goes up a baker's dozen.
Yeah, I'd continue to go to that well, that toss. Ulico leading the way on the outside. You see Hunter Ulico again leading the charge on the outside. Look at that lead block. You're right, 26 doesn't even need to make the block. Smooth sailing for Bauer. That's 9 for him on the season.
Tops in Conference 4, and you'd imagine that he would be at the leaderboard at this juncture of the year. And so Ben Stark, 2 for 2. And a 14-0 lead for Cold Spring Harbor.
That leaves your Seahawks 14 and the Bulldogs 0 with 6:25 left in the half. We do have an amazing halftime show, so now it's time to head on down to the snack shack.
Well, while we have some time, contact Varsity Media today and have us produce a sportscast for you. Comes with announcers, graphics, instant replay, and multiple camera angles. A memory your team will enjoy for a lifetime. Give us a call today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net to book a sportscast today. He's Brian Soper. I'm John Perez, and it's been a good first half for Brady McKean. Has not gotten into the end zone, but has had some explosive runs.
Big plays, right? Catching the ball, running the ball. These big chunk plays that have kind of gotten Cold Spring Harbor into scoring range. First drive, they didn't capitalize, but the last two, they've rammed that ball home, crossing the goal line, both times with Bauer.
And so now on the other side for Island Trees, you're down 2 scores. You'll get the ball back. But what do you want to see out of them offensively this drive?
Just, you got to be able to capitalize on third down, right? They've gotten close to those chains, right? You got to stay on the field, right? It gets demoralizing, this ground and pound offense for Cold Spring Harbor. Maybe start to, mix in some pass. They had the first play, they had an open pass, right, with Menante, right? Maybe Maybrook, get him open in some space. Doesn't have to be a long pass, maybe short pass, screen pass, right? Try to keep Cold Spring Harbor off balance.
And so that's the issue, right, for Island Trees is a predominant run team. Well, you're going to eat a lot of time as well as that gets past Filicomo and picks it up around the 6-yard line. And Filicomo able to get to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he tipped that on the way by and scurried to get it. Good tackle by the Cold Spring Harbor special teams.
Stopped by Cold Spring Harbor's number 23, Chase Cody.
You got to put the ball in the hand. Navarrete had a good keeper, right? Filicomo's a guy you can trust, right? So, try to run those two and then mix in your pass, right? And definitely want to maybe, even if you don't score here, you'd like to chew up some time and give your defense a little bit of a rest.
You're not getting a ton of rest either.
Yeah,
only 15 guys play.
Yeah.
But I get your point, and you're right. And remember, Island Trees deferred to the second half, so if they can wind down the clock, get a defensive stop, have an opportunity to tie it early in the third quarter. But that's then, this is now, and that's Shaw Navarrete. Heaves it down the field, and he's got a man, Joe Menente, in the open field. Makes the catch at the 50-yard line on a 30-yard hookup.
Tremendous ball, tremendous deep ball, right? Daniel Joe could have used that a little bit last night from the Giants with the accuracy as another guy is in his face, right? You had Roy Testa in the face of the quarterback and just delivers a strike. And Menante, he's just everywhere. Great ball, great catch. Midfield.
It was Kevin Burns in coverage. He had the tackle. So first down and 10, under 6 to play, first half. Straight up the gut, Filicomo. Nowhere to go. Grayson Meek once again in there, as well as Sam Bruno.
2 plays in a row where we saw Bruno, right around the football. Again, like you said, two-way, right? You play quarterback, right? You're out there playing linebacker.
Number 59, Grayson Meek. Gain of about 2, leaving Island Trees 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. The pitch, Filicomo, back-to-back carries, darting ahead. It's like Darren Sproles out there, Filicomo.
Yeah, you get to kind of hide behind some of those 6 foot, 5'11" linemen and kind of hide behind the defense, but he has that burst, right? There's not much east-west with him, right? It's downhill, right? And he's getting his pads forward. Great run, tough run.
Yeah, all gas, no brake for Joe Filicomo. From the 39, man in motion is Menente. In the flat, Menente makes the catch. Darts forward, Joe Menente inside the 20 and gets pushed out of bounds around the 5-yard line after the 34-yard gain.
Absolutely love that call by the Island Trees staff. Get the ball in the hands of your playmaker. That's like an extended handoff. There's no real problems that can happen there. Does a great job getting him in space.
It was Dylan Hernandez that had the block for Island Trees.
Yeah, nice job. I think Cold Spring Harbor's done a good job with that as well. Like your backs and your wide receivers blocking for the ball carrier. Extra 5-10 yards, yards after the catch are really important.
First and goal from the 9. Navarrete. Handoff to Filicamo. And picks up 3.
Yeah, good job, misdirection there.
Stopped hard by Cold Spring Harbor's number 5, Sam Bruno.
A good job by the line, right? Feldman was leading there. Coach Vinberg says they like to have him pull and be athletic and get a hat on a lot of the, get to that second level.
Well, and how about this? They bring in Max Duque, number 60 for Island Trees, and they send Maybrook to the bench, the tight end, so bolstering that line.
Little jumbo package. He's a big kid, right? Junior, 6 foot, 225, quick feet. Duque.
Second and goal, Filicamo. Darting ahead, and it's about halfway to the goal line.
Yeah, good job. McKean on the outside, sealing that edge for Cold Spring Harbor.
Run for the Bulldogs, number 33.
Really important in the run game for those DNs and those linebackers to really set the edge, right? To not allow a guy like Filicamo to get to the outside, set the edge, and let your interior linemen and linebackers hunt the ball.
Heavy dosage of running, third and goal.
Need to cash this in if you're Island Trees.
And that's what they're thinking, and they'll talk about it as well. Timeout taken by Island Trees. And just a great atmosphere here at Cold Spring Harbor. And see the Booster Club and some of the additions that they've had over the years, too. The tents. I love the tunnel that they come out with as well. And I know that there are some other projects that are out there as well, but doing a fantastic job in the Remembrance Bowl.
Just one of the best, just the sports community, some of the best facilities that you'll see in Nassau County, has that college feel atmosphere, and, it's really about the kids, and the kids here feel special when they get to play on this field under the lights. Some great history and tradition.
Yeah, and that's how you grow a program and grow a culture, and for a lot of these younger kids are probably the younger brothers and sisters of current middle school and high school students. So just making memories here and hopefully some for them in the future.
We do a lot of Catholic school, games as well, and the pull of kids going to play for those programs. But Cold Spring Harbor is one of those programs that gets to keep their lacrosse guys and football guys in town because, lacrosse-wise, state champion after state championship, and football's been doing pretty darn good as well.
Here's your special Island Trees cheerleader, Miss Helen Patton.
Third down and goal, and a flag is out, an illegal substitution, and this will push back Island Trees. Dylan Hernandez broke out of the huddle. Or check that. Yeah, broke out of the huddle and then went to the bench. And head referee Keith Stazak was all over it.
Not ideal, right, to have a timeout and come out and have too many guys on the field, but hopefully it won't hurt the Bulldogs here as they try to punch one in.
Has to be 4-down territory for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, but I need you up here. I need you for the food
Filicamo
review.
denied.
Yeah, a Ulico and McKean sandwich there for Cold Spring Harbor as everyone's getting ready to eat at halftime here.
We're pretty spoiled here at halftime as well. We'll have the Noema Huntington food review as well right down the block. Well, I wouldn't say right down the block, probably about 8 minutes. They're on Main Street in Huntington. But Island Trees is thinking of just getting into the end zone. And there you see, of course, we'll have that at halftime. But, hey, schedule your reservation now. Friday night gets pretty busy.
Let's see what they call here. Maybe try to get Navarrete outside the pocket, a little maybe run pass type of option. If I'm Cold Spring Harbor, I'm trying to find, Minante. Haven't heard Maybrook's name yet, but look for him. He's caught 2 touchdowns on the season.
Well, a timeout by Island Trees. We'll take it with them as well. 1:29 to play in the first half on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
There's the huddle for Island Trees. They've already taken 2 timeouts here, Brian, and I know that you mentioned some misdirects, throwing different schemes out there. But for Island Trees, it is just crucial to get into the end zone here.
Good drive, gotta punch it in. You gotta somehow get that ball across the goal line. Not going to be easy, right, with this Cold Spring Harbor defense that, first game of the year they pitched a shutout and they limited a Seaford team to just 14 points. So a score here would be huge for Island Trees. See the coverage on the outside. You have Keeley lined up with Menante.
And you've got Ciccone in the backfield. Menante goes in motion. Navarrete, fade, end zone, incomplete. Joe Kiley in coverage. Navarrete had a short window and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, they put Menante in motion, kind of a short motion, and then tried to throw a corner route there, a little fade to the back of the end zone. Lockstep coverage by Keeley, a tremendous sophomore athlete.
Well, now both of these defense making stands in the red zone. And for Cold Spring Harbor, up 2 scores and with 1:23 to go. They'll be feeling pretty good about themselves going into the half.
Yeah, it's where it's nice to have a senior quarterback that you really trust. Let's see if they keep it on the ground or maybe try to get a big chunk play in the air. McKeon or Burns.
It also helps that you've got 4 running options.
Yeah, the ability to make a big play on the ground is so special.
Well, Bruno back to pass out of his own end zone, uncorks it deep, and Ficara gets tangled up with the corner in Morandi. Second down. How about Cold Spring Harbor putting their foot on the gas?
Yeah, it stops the clock. Look for maybe a little bit of a safer throw here if they're going to air it out. Get in the hands of your playmaker. Try to bust a big play. It was one-on-one coverage out there. Good blocking by the line. Perhaps a little more patience in holding on to the football.
Second down and 10. Out of the gun is Bruno. It was the easier way to Bauer. Gets pushed back. Well, good job by Bauer not to end up in the end zone, but Island Trees rallying over. And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. So that's a good timeout here. You stop the clock. It's 3rd and long.
And you got to remember, it's high school football, right? If you stop them here and you force a punt deep, there's a snap involved, there's a kick involved, there's a return involved. As we saw on that first drive, right, on first and goal from the 1, and there was a fumble, right? You never know what's going to happen.
Wow, for Cold Spring Harbor, they just want to try and get a first down and get ready for the second half. But for Island Trees, defensively, we've seen different looks out there. Some blitzes, jumbo packages. They've thrown everything and the kitchen sink at Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah, they're stacking the box, putting a lot of helmets inside the box, and daring the one-on-one coverage on the outside. Look for maybe in the second half, scout that out, maybe a double move or something on the outside, and try to get a big play on the outside for Cold Spring Harbor. Right, one of those keys was being a bit unpredictable. Maybe not, for this game as well as down the road, because you bet you're going to see a lot of stacked boxes right against this running attack. What do you call here? A little keep it on the ground, let it run out.
I'm with you on that. You take the lead into the locker room, but they're so close to the goal line, and that's something that has to be in Madrensky's mind. Back to pass, Bruno. Flips it. He's got Bauer in the open field. So tough to bring down 1v1. And Bauer knocked down near the first down marker. And Cold Spring Harbor calls a timeout on 4th and short.
Looks like the Seahawks are left with 4th and short.
Well, I'd have to imagine with the amount of yards that Bauer got, that led to the decision to call a timeout, try and get a first down, and see if you could break open.
You know, and with playmakers, right? The idea of taking one to the house, it's just a play away, and nice safe completion there to Bauer. Anytime you can get into his hands is a chance to take it to the end zone. This place would explode, right? With a little late touchdown here for the Seahawks.
One of the things too that Madrensky said that's changed this year is that he's starting to trust his personnel. And when you've got multi-year starters, in some cases 3-year starters, he kind of defers to them and defers to the captains, and said that he's been overruled multiple times this year and he's got no problem with it. And that could be a case right now.
A lot of sports families, a lot of Brunos, right? Testas, right? A lot of sons of coaches, right? That understand how to play in situational football. So there's nothing better as a coach than when you have full trust in your team. And Bauer and Bruno, Madrensky said he has full. They want to audible. Go ahead, right? You guys know the offense in and out. So tremendous trust in those playmakers.
Island Trees would love a stop. 4th and 2. The pitch, Bauer ranges wide. He's got a first down and then some to the 30, and then gets pushed out of bounds. Touchdown saving shove by Filicamo.
First down run, number 11.
Just game-breaking speed, 6'1", great size. You got Ulico here on the outside. Watch 56. He's been just wreaking havoc on the blocks. Good job on the outside by Burns, sealing that edge. That was Burns, right? He stayed on that block. Filicamo, I think, came over and saved the tackle. Still have timeouts left if you're Cold Spring Harbor. Be backbreaking if this drive turns into points when they were so far backed up in near their own end zone.
Yeah, and for Island Trees, remember the self-inflicted wound, the penalty pushes them back, so you go from 3rd and goal at the 2 to the 8. Not able to punch it in, and now Cold Spring Harbor slings it, and a drop pass, McKean.
That play's been wide open. That little bootleg for Bruno. Threw a great ball to McKean. He's not going to drop that too often. Had a lot of real estate in front of him with some blocking. I don't know, you might want to run that one again if you're Cold Spring.
Could go to the well again. Because you're right, they are getting open receivers, specifically out of the backfield on that bootleg.
Yeah, McKean's been open, right? He's not running, he's running those kind of mid-range routes, 10-yard routes and being wide open. And with his ability in the open field, threat to take it all the way.
Same shot, Rob. Not taking it. Same exact shot. Pitch. Bauer to midfield, and Bauer. Sachet is out of bounds, and he's got a first down.
Little option look by Cold Spring Harbor. Dylan Hernandez, right? He made the tackle, right? Bauer was not trying to shimmy by him. He put his shoulder down. Hernandez stood tall there and at least drove him out of bounds. But smart by Bauer, right? Not have to use a timeout. Go out of bounds. Get your first down. Keep the chains moving.
And not just that, too. They've been able to keep time on the clock and good 2-minute offense, and you never know when you're going to need this offense either. And so good to get it out and practice it so early in the game and in the season.
And look at the balls in the hands of seniors, right? Bruno, Bauer, McKeon, right? Seniors out there who you trust.
1st and 10 for the 49. Bruno steps into it. Going deep. Ficarra makes the catch. John Ficarra, the junior, making the catch at the 20. Timeout, Cold Spring Harbor.
He's got some quick twitch, the ability to get open. Nice accuracy on the deep ball by Bruno. Ficarra's had a tremendous first half. Great ball, leads them to space. Nice job securing the catch going down on the 18-yard line. Some impressive drive by Cold Spring Harbor, mixing in the pass and the run.
And Cold Spring Harbor knows that Bruno can throw it. It's just the thing is the certainty is what you're going to get out of Bauer in the running game and the packages that are designed for the run. But when you've got Bruno that could extend and balance out the offense, it's not going to be many teams that can deal with that attack out of Cold Spring Harbor.
Still looking for that first TD, right? But how great would that be on like a 99.5-yard drive to end the first half on Remembrance game in front of a packed house?
From the 20, 31 seconds to go. Second quarter. Bruno tucks, and the Bulldogs rally over. Now flag comes out. Personal foul, and that's going to go against Roy Testa.
There is a flag on the play.
See the umpire pointing right at Testa. Said the magic words.
Said unnecessary roughness.
And so that pushes him back 15, and maybe you take one shot, and if you don't get it, take a knee.
Yeah, I think you're going to see some kind of short pass, maybe screen or something in the flat, see if you can bust a big one, maybe use that one of those last timeouts, and then take a chance for the end zone. I think you're pretty confident with your defense.
1st and 15. Short pass, Bauer to the 30. Flag is down at the 15, and Bauer gets pushed inside the red zone. And that's how the first half ends, but still a flag on the field, and just wait for confirmation.
Yeah, you got the ball in the hands of Bauer, 26, right? Ficarra's had a great first half, but was kind of peeling back and a little block in the back to end the half.
It's been all Cold Spring Harbor and Alex Bauer. 2 touchdowns account for all the scoring. It's the 2024 Remembrance Bowl with Cold Spring Harbor leading 14-0 at the half on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs, or call 516-403-2050.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
It's halftime here at the Remembrance Bowl. Cold Spring Harbor with a 14-0 lead over the Island Trees Bulldogs, and it is the best time of the game. It is the Noema Huntington food review time as we welcome you into the broadcast booth, and we are joined, and it's a pleasure to be joined by Peter Scavone, General Manager for Noema Huntington. And Peter, you hooked us up here.
Yeah.
I mean, only 7 minutes away from campus, and what are some of the dishes that we're trying here today?
Well, we have our Brussels sprouts, we have our chicken meatballs, chicken keftedes in Greek, bronzino alla plancha.
Some pastries.
Yep, that's our most popular.
All right, I'm in for that.
We have our seared scallops with a saffron emulsion, and we got you the fine napkins and silverware as well.
So taking
we're,
care of
we're
us up
dining.
here. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Hey, watch this one. He's got sticky fingers. All right, so I'm a huge Brussels sprouts fan. So tell me the difference here. I tasted before, but tell me what the difference is here with the Brussels sprouts.
Well, I mean, the way they're roasted, and then, so our chef is a Food Network celebrity chef. He won Chopped, he won Beat Bobby Flay, so he has his secret ingredients. We're fortunate to have him, so he only tells us some of the things that he does with some of the dishes, but we're really happy to have him.
I like it because it's soaked in there, but the flavor doesn't hit you over the head, which is good. It's nice and subtle, which is good. And then what do you have here?
Is it all right to eat this with my hands?
Absolutely.
Am I supposed to use these with my hands, right?
Yep.
So we got a little pastry.
Yep.
And what's the pastry exactly?
So it's bugatza.
Okay.
Who got you? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Really good.
Little powdered sugar on top.
Oh my God, that sounds like a
And it's even better the next day.
All right.
So good. Wow.
So I just want to say we're happy to be here for this event. So it's a family-owned business, and 3 sisters, 2 of which live here in Cold Spring Harbor. So we're happy to support the community. This is our bronzino alla
Let's get in
plancha.
here. And the good thing about it is it's not drizzled in too much sauce, but it's finely cooked on both sides. Like you said, hey, when you've got some of the best chefs in the world in your kitchen, you're pretty spoiled. This is fantastic. This is
fit for a king.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm going to go a little
Awesome.
meatball, right?
Little chicken keftedes, meatballs, yep.
And Brian, I know those viewers are salivating at home and they're reserving their seats now, but what are they tasting?
It's just unbelievable, right? The flavors, right, to go from that pastry to that meatball. Right? I'm used to, a lot of the meatballs that I've had, with the red sauce. But what kind of sauce is in that?
It's a mushroom sauce.
Yeah, it's really good, really tasty, flavorful. Just just unbelievable selections here. We almost don't have enough room for all this food up here in the press box, but thank you so much.
Yeah, and then lastly, we got the scallops as well, getting in there too. So
we have seared scallops. We serve them medium rare over a squid ink pasta, and that's a saffron emulsion sauce.
All right, so I think I might get emotional about this.
Yeah.
Let's get in here. I'm just going to eat it all.
Go for it.
I'm going for it.
Finish this pastry off.
Everything complements each other, which is great. Subtle flavoring, too. You don't get banged over the head with it. Melts in your mouth. This is fantastic.
Awesome.
I got to get a reservation. Maybe you and I go after the game.
Definitely, right? Just an awesome
5 minutes down the road.
family
Come see
business,
us.
support small family businesses, right? What a great atmosphere we have here. Some great food to top off some great football.
Yeah, and
for a great cause.
Yeah, and of course you can reserve a table today, 631-629-7777, located at 7 Girard Street in Huntington. Give them a call today, reserve your table. Perfect for a pregame meal, postgame snack. You got to get there. Noema Huntington, the absolute best in the business. Peter, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Second half coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Quinn's up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter. And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. Welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor. It's a 14-0 lead for the home team in the Remembrance Bowl 2024 edition. Alongside Brian Soper, I'm John Perez. And, Brian, I'll give you a few seconds to come out of that food coma, but that was delicious.
I mean, we had real silverware. We had cloth napkins and a feast provided to us, from pastries to fish to meatballs. Forget about it. Just an unbelievable way for halftime.
That's the best Greek food I've ever had. And the other thing, too, is it's still warm. He got here around 6:45, still good, delicious. You got to get there. No Emma in Huntington, just an 8-minute drive away from the Cold Spring Harbor campus. All right, so as we get ready for the start of the second half, Brian, Island Trees, they deferred, so they'll have the ball to start the second half, and their defense building some positive momentum, keeping Cold Spring Harbor out of the end zone at the end of the second quarter.
But there's still a 0 on that side for Island Trees, right? You gotta score, right? You gotta score here on this drive. You know, a little, mix in the run and the pass. Had probably more success with the pass than the run, but Philocoma, right? He's ripping off 7-8 yards at a clip, right? Get him going with a little play action. Again, looking for Maybrook, who hasn't caught a pass yet. Menante's been a big target.
But what have you thought about Navarrete handling the pocket so far?
I think he's stood in there. He's taken some hits. He's delivered some real accurate passes downfield. Confidence is growing by the minute, right, for the junior who, as the coaches said, is learning every day. Yeah, he's throwing the ball better, I bet. He's been nothing but accurate. But things like taking charge of the huddle, right, those types of things that take some time, and as he builds confidence, those things will come, and this offense will be better. Get Saragosi back, get him healthy, right, with Philocoma, Menante, and you're really going to start to cook. But be nice to score here and make this a real close ball game.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Losing Anthony Saragosi, the senior, 19 attempts, 78 yards, and a touchdown through the first 2 weeks. And, someone who was one of the workhorses. And so that Island Tree's undermanned. They're not making any excuses, but it is an apparent fact.
Yeah, he'll be missed. He's a captain. He's another heart and soul type guy. He's been playing on the varsity lacrosse and football for multiple years.
Menente from the 10-yard line is Ben Stark, a good boot. And Menente gets wrestled down at the 37-yard line, a 27-yard return.
Good start, good field position. Got to capitalize if you're Island Trees.
That was a 30-yard return for number 1, Joe Menente.
Island Trees had a scoring opportunity midway through the second quarter. 3rd and goal from the 2. They commit a penalty after a timeout on the illegal substitution, and then on back-to-back carries, not able to get in to the end zone. Their defense stood tall, keeping it a 14-0 game, but like you said, Brian, you're right. They have to get into the end zone here. And for Navarrete, he was able to get into a little bit of a rhythm in the first half.
Yeah, get into a rhythm. Protection was good, although there was some pressure, right? On-God Singh, Feldman, Duque, Chaudhry doing a good job up front, protecting him. Let's see if we can get some completions.
Philocoma goes in motion, but the misdirect. Aiden Ciccone, a burst of speed. Gain of 11 to move the chains.
Some fresh legs there for Ciccone. Nice misdirection. You think Philocoma is going to get the ball, come back the other way.
Bulldog run, stopped by number 5, Captain Sam Bruno.
Right, On-God Singh, strong, athletic, good job there. 61, right, Ghulam Chaudhry, good size for a junior. Nothing but potential for him.
In Seahawks territory, Philocoma. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Sam Bruno with the takedown.
Yeah, Bruno's had a good game, as quarterback, but he really took control in that second half, getting his helmet around the football.
gain of 1.
You know, the one thing about Bruno and a lot of teams, even though that they have multiple two-way guys, Bruno's a linebacker. So he's in there every play. They try to protect quarterbacks in most other programs, but not for Cold Spring Harbor. He likes to bring the boom.
Yeah, and he's a kid that likes to come up, stop the run. 51 out there. Aiden Smith's been doing a good job on the end. You know, him and, Meek are the two wrestlers on that D-line with the Testas. Just athletic kids that are smart.
Play action. Filicomo can't make the catch. Just overthrew him. Joe Kiley in coverage.
Pass intended for number 33 is incomplete. That leaves Island Trees 3rd and 9.
Yeah, good play there. Another, the ball was accurate by Navarrete. Good coverage, right? Good coverage by Cold Spring. Even if he caught that, it would have been a minimal gain.
And they're just so athletic getting up and down the field that they really close the windows quick on defense.
And they've done a good job getting to the football and making tackles, right? So when they get their helmets to the ball, first guy's wrapping up, the other guys are coming in to clean it up.
Way to go, Pepe.
3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Manente and Filicomo in the backfield. Navarrete inside give. That's Aiden Ciccone up the middle, and Ciccone, I'll have what he's having. 2 carries, 2 11-yard gains, and move the chains.
Just tremendous job by the inside of that line. Singh, Feldman, Duque. It's a big run, 3rd and 9. Just boom, hits this hole really hard. Good tackle by Bruno, but not after a first down. This kid's been shot out of a cannon for the first 2 carries for him the second half.
Yeah, Ciccone originally listed as a fullback wearing number 3, first year on the varsity squad, and Vinberg says he's fearless, and we've seen that here in week 3. 1st and 10 from the 36, and driven back. Good defensive stand. That was Roger Testa to make the tackle with Hunter Ulico.
Yeah, that was Roy, right? Brother of Roger. That's 70, sophomore, 5'10", 190. Another lacrosse guy, not afraid, team-type guy, but good job there on the line. Tackle for a loss.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting trajectory for Roy Testa right in the middle of the screen there. And, he's an offensive guy, fullback type guy, but at the beginning of the year, they were looking to fill some voids on the line. So naturally, a skill position player said, you know what, I'll play line both ways. That's why he's wearing number 70. Sometimes he's wearing 35 on the roster, but when he has to play offensive line, he'll wear 70 and laying the hammer down defensively.
Yeah, not afraid to mix it up. Just an athlete.
2nd and 12, Filicomo. Little spinorama and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, pickup of 2.
Good job there. 51, Aiden Smith in on the tackle.
Spun and thrown down by Cold Spring Harbor.
Been a good job not allowing these backs to get to the outside. Most of their gains have been inside the tackles.
That leaves Island Trees with 3rd and 10.
That play by Testa was huge. Get them behind the sticks and, limit their gain there on 2nd down. Now you got a 3rd and long.
If you're Island Trees, maybe go back to the well with Ciccone. Back-to-back carries of 11 or more yards.
Yeah, watch Minante coming out of the backfield.
Good call, right on cue. Minente ranging near side and tugged down. Joe Kiley, like a rag doll, makes the tackle on 3rd down and long.
Huge tackle. That looked like it had big play potential. Right, Kiley made a tackle.
That leaves the Bulldogs with 4th and long.
I mean, that off right. As he handoff, it looked like a 10-12 gainer that got stuck with 3 because of Kiley with a great play. Yeah, there's no punt here. You got to get to the. You got to run some routes, get to the sticks. Make a play, completion, draw a penalty, something to keep this drive going.
4th down for Island Trees, looking to convert. Nickel package for Cold Spring Harbor. Navarrete Steps up, goes far side, batted up and intercepted. Brady McKean makes the stop on 4th down for the INT.
You know, you usually see that tip drill. You tip it up and someone else cleans it up, but he tips it and says, I'll keep it myself. Great coverage by McKean.
Number 2, senior Brady McKean.
He's had a heck of a ball game. Look at this little tip. Right to myself, track it, find it. Was smelling the end zone. Nice shoestring tackle there. Way not to give up on the play, but you're just seeing the things that McKean can do. You're seeing what Stony Brook Lacrosse sees in that athlete. 6'2", 195, and you see his ability to cover in space.
Is he a long pole?
No, he's a midfielder, left-handed midfielder who can shoot it real hard.
So extra impressive that he doesn't need the long pole. He could just tap it to himself. The give on 1st down for Cold Spring Harbor was Bauer. And what a first half for Alex Bauer. Couple of touchdowns. And they account for the only scoring. One from 6 yards out, another from a yard out, the first and second quarter. That's where we stand right now, 14-zip for the Seahawks.
Ciccone with the tackle for Island Trees. He's playing,
Number 11, Alex Bauer.
he's playing a linebacker position, so we've seen 2 good carries for him and a good tackle there to bring Bauer down for a loss.
The pitch to Bauer. Reverses course, and Island Trees all over it.
Tremendous job. Definitely you can see in the scout, right? The scout at halftime was like, the pitch is absolutely killing us. Philacoma does the dirty work. He sets the edge, and then Feldman comes and cleans it up. That's a tremendous job there. Good job by the Island Trees staff saying, listen, we got to stop this pitch. And good job by Philacoma. Didn't make the tackle, but he definitely was a reason why he had to cut back in, stop his momentum, and allow for Feldman to get a tackle for loss.
3rd down and 15. John Ficara near side is the receiver. Bruno back to pass. Blitz coming, and drops it off to Bauer. Alex Bauer towards midfield. He's got a 1st down.
I love that play. It's kind of like a jailbreak type screen. It's almost like the line lets the guys go. The D-line like, we're going to get a sack. Little touch pass over the top to Bauer. Very lucky this didn't go for 6. Got McKean out in front blocking. Good tackle. You know, Minate out there doing what he does, always around the football. Great call by the Cold Spring Harbor staff.
And accounts for 13 for Bauer.
You know, it's like Island Trees is they're feeling a little confident, right? Getting to the running. They're you know, maybe over pursuing, and you hit them with a little center screen pass.
Bruno the give to Bauer and wrestled down. Giuseppe Mendola with the wrap down.
He's had a real good game. Probably 4th tackle for him.
Tackle by number 77, Giuseppe Mendola. Cold Spring Harbor, 2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line.
Not only do you need to stop them, I think you need to get this ball on the ground somehow. Island Trees needs a change of possession. The clock is just bleeding out for them.
They've shown signs of it late in the first quarter and certainly towards the end of the half. But Bruno, the keeper himself, and angles out of bounds.
Bruno's done a good job. It seems like he's way more comfortable rolling out and passing to his right, and gives him that option to tuck it and run. Good decision there. Gets close to a 1st down.
It's got to be so. I'm trying to think of the right word to say it, but it's like having a luxury when you've got 4 of the same player that can all run well. They communicate defensively, and it's just like clones out there. And we were joking with Madrensky in the middle of the week saying that he's on like his 3rd Bruno now and his 2nd McKean and a bunch of Testas out there.
Yeah, how many times can you say it's like having another coach on the field?
How about Burns? C opens up to the house. It's Sam Bruno. From 42 yards out. A 20-0 lead for Cold Spring Harbor.
Heck of a time to get that first touchdown if you're Bruno. Kind of selling out here, Island Trees. They sent almost an all-out blitz. Bruno got to the outside, smells the end zone. Huge touchdown. Got to feel good if you're Sam Bruno to finally cash in and feel that end zone.
Well, Bruno saw what Bauer was doing and said, I'll have some of that myself. As Ben Stark on for the extra point, already 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, good hold by O'Connor there to get that ball down.
By number 88, Ben Stark is good. That gives your Seahawks 21.
And so because of that, that is the Speed Island speedy play of the game. Contact Onyx Salva and the gang located in Garden City at speedislandny.com. Improve your speed today. Sam Bruno from 42 yards out got there in an under 4 clip. At least that's what he'll tell his grandchildren.
Yeah.
And let's see one more time, but Bruno in motion, and there's just so many weapons on this roster, and Bruno being one of them. And for Cold Spring Harbor, it's all about blocking. If you get the blocks, the sea opens up.
Yeah, I mean, it just barely touched. Again, Island Trees was selling out. And here we do talk about Bruno, right, because he's our speedy play of the game. Tremendous job, leader for Cold Spring Harbor. Well-deserved touchdown for him. Been doing it on defense as well. Good to see kids like that get rewarded.
Onyx Salva, of course, training multiple teams throughout Nassau County and into Suffolk County as well. And not just football, lacrosse, baseball, track and field, all sports. Book a lesson today. All right, so 21-0 for Cold Spring Harbor. Now Island Trees back to the drawing board, and they're starting to run out of time. And it's nice to have that man in Joe Filicamo, but they've got to get in the end zone.
Yeah, Ciccone stepped up, Filicoma.
On the return, past the 40, Filicamo gets dragged down.
Yeah, Jack Wheelahan, Jr., right with the special teams tackle. Filicoma's trying to do it himself there.
Kick return stopped by Cold Spring Harbor's number 14, Andrew Hodgendreas. The return by number 33 of the Bulldogs, leading Island Trees, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line.
Island Trees 5-4 a year ago, losing to Cold Spring Harbor in the quarterfinals of the Conference 4 playoffs. Looking for their first county title since 1992. As Filicamo suplexed McKean.
Yeah, big hit by McKean coming up. Football came out.
Bulldog by number 33, tackled by number 2, Brady McKean.
Let's take another look. This takedown.
Yeah, boom, right, form tackle. Good wrap up.
Late flag coming in there as well, holding. And so Cold Spring Harbor, just to get the down off the board, declines the penalty. And so now should be 2nd and 13.
If you're Island Trees, I don't know, 21 seems like a lot of points with their inability to really move the football in big chunks. You got Valley Stream coming up on the 4th, then you got East Rockaway. I think you want to try to start really building some momentum, maybe, keep Navarrete, confidence high, look for a couple of safe throws.
Inside give, and just a pile of Seahawks getting in there to stop Ciccone. First time this half that Cold Spring Harbor's been able to stop Ciccone.
Bulldog run number 3, Aiden Sission, stopped by a kettle of Seahawks.
Yeah, Grayson Meek in there.
Leaving the Bulldogs, Third and long.
Roy Testa was in there as well.
Third down and long. Filicamo again. Burst of speed up the middle. Gains about 5. Set up 4th and long.
Yeah, good run. Again, Bruno stepping up right with the hit. Aiden Smith as well.
Line of scrimmage for a short gain, giving the Bulldogs 4th and 8.
You got Rex O'Connor checking in at safety. Looks like they're going to punt. 4th down.
Yeah, that's Benente back there. I mean, he could handle the rock, but if you don't succeed on a fake, then you give Cold Spring Harbor good field position as he steps into one. Ficara lets it bounce.
I'll get on it.
And then Ficara able to secure it finally. Get a huge sigh of relief for Cold Spring Harbor, but Island Trees was that close to scooping it up.
That was your chance. That was it. Little muff on the kick. Ball's open. Ball's on the ground. You know, sometimes you don't want to scoop and score that. You just want to dive on that thing, and he tried to scoop it and score. Could have used just a possession there, get in the fetal position, wrap that puppy up, get a short field. Now you got to deal with the Cold Spring ground and pound offense.
And it looks like Feldman got yanked back, and when he did so, he tripped Filicamo, who had the best positioning to scoop up the loose ball.
Easier said than done to
Of course.
just jump on it. It's like you smell, you smell a scoop and score, you're going to try, especially, as a high school kid. Get your name in the newspaper.
.141 to play in the third. Bruno zips it, and Ficara, it's about halfway home.
Again, another rollout to his right. Has the option to throw that or run it. Decides to throw that one.
2nd and 6 from the 31-yard line.
Definitely seems super confident, right, with Ficara, either handling it on the run or the pass.
And Cold Spring Harbor unleashing all the tools, and so is Sam Bruno. On 2nd and 6, high snap, but it goes right to Bauer. And Bauer, as the C opens up, has a first down and more. Towing the sideline to the house. Alex Bauer brings the house down with the score. And a flag down at the far side, so we'll see if this holds up. And try and wipe off a 68-yard TD run.
Broken play.
And it's a touchdown. That's the call, Alex Bauer, and this is just the night that it's been for Cold Spring Harbor.
Yeah, snap over the head of Bruno, goes right to Bauer, catches it, off to the races, few missed tackles, gets to the outside. You see the Michigan lacrosse recruit running through tackles. Just like he's attacking the goal, he tackles the end zone. One of the best athletes we have here in Nassau County.
Ben Stark back on for the extra point. And a good hold by O'Connor, but just misses it. And that does it for Cold Spring Harbor on that drive.
I think Filicoma got a block there. He ain't going to quit, that kid.
1:21 left in the third quarter.
1:21 to play in the third quarter. And there is Alex Bauer. And Bauer today has been playing like a man possessed. 3 touchdowns. He had 2 short ones, and he's not telling the photographer, hey, did you get that? I want to see the Polaroids.
Yeah, that's about 10 touchdowns for the season. Only 3 games in. You look at the rest of their schedule. What's the number? What number can Bauer get to this year in terms of finding pay dirt?
Well, if he keeps this pace up, he's knocking on 30.
Yeah.
And then if they have a long playoff run and perhaps a Long Island championship run. Which, in speaking to coaches, they say that Conference 4 are wide open this year. And, of course, you can't count out Seaford, and it's been, I guess, just some unluckiness for Island Trees. They've been in positions to score, just haven't been able to hammer it out. But if they can become consistent, you know, there's a few schools in there that want to take that title.
Yeah, then you have Wanto, right, who's dropping in.
Plain Edge as well.
Yeah, Wanto has yet to give up a touchdown on the entire a point on the entire season, and we know what Plain Edge is about. They just breed football players there.
Wanto falling in the Nassau Conference 3 semifinal last year to Floral Park, who then lost to Southside, who then lost to East Islip. Nassau just trying to get some winners on Long Island.
Run stopped by number 14, Andrew Hadjandreas. That was number 33 with the run. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Somewhere in Western Nassau, there's somebody wearing scarlet and gray screaming, "We'll talk about Garden City,
Yeah.
talk about Garden City."
Yeah, all they do is win. Homecoming beat Manhasset. Manhasset played them tough. They also dropped down a conference. Right, that's the last thing any team wants to see is the Trojans, who haven't lost in about 4 years, dropping down.
You know who wants to see them? It's just all population is Conference 1. That's who really wants to see them.
Yeah, the Dalers and Pequot. That's a big one tomorrow.
Oceanside,
right?
Yep. Yeah, that's a huge rivalry. And Massapequa trying to get off the schneid. Took a week 1 loss to Oceanside. But, of course, in a rivalry game, anything can happen.
Yeah, Farmingdale, Coach Krubenacher got his 300th win. You know, what is that, 300 wins in football? That's just an amazing accomplishment. A bunch of them at Hempstead, a lot of them at Farmingdale. Just one of the best coaches we have on Long Island. I saw Coach Sala was rocking the Daler, garb at the press conference, right, and shouting out Coach Kroom.
I wonder if it's the same one that he wore last year. Joe Menente on 2nd and 7. Joe Kiley can't wrap him down, and Menente will not be denied as he gets pushed out of bounds with 14 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, Menente has that burst, right? He runs a little high. He runs high, but quick. And Kiley, that's like the second or third time those boys have met. 5, 6, 7 yards past the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
5 seconds, and that should just about do it. Fourth quarter coming up next. It's been all Cold Spring Harbor in the Remembrance Bowl. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Solomon Thomas from the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media.
Start of the fourth quarter here. It's been the Alex Bauer Show. In fact, he is the Noema Hungry Man of the Game. Make a reservation today at noemany.com. We just had a smattering of different dishes. And boy, can Alex Bauer eat, and he is feasting on the Island Trees defense today.
Yeah, just had a 42-yard run, touchdown, his longest of the season off a bit of a broken play. 10 touchdowns on the year, over 400 yards rushing for this kid who was hungry and definitely got plenty to eat tonight for the Seahawks.
Make your reservation at noemany.com.
Bulldog run number 33, Joe Filicamo. Stopped by Cold Spring Harbor's number 59.
Joe Filicamo had the run on first down and picked up a yard. So now 2nd and 9.
Island Trees, 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line.
And a little paparazzi here.
Yeah, little lacrosse love. A lot of young Seahawks in the crowd.
The handoff, Menente rolled over.
Right, Ben Stark in on the tackle. Kicked a few extra points. Now he gets on the stat sheet for a tackle.
Bulldog run number 27, stopped by number 88, Ben Stark. That leaves Island Trees 3rd and 11.
So now set up 3rd and 11, and this Cold Spring Harbor defense has come to play today, and in the Remembrance Bowl last year, falling 20-8 to Locust Valley. Be interesting to see where the game is next year. I know Cold Spring Harbor and Island Trees would both love to play in it again, but one of the key issues to hammer out is who will continue to host the event and what schools. And I'll tell you what, Cold Spring Harbor doing a fantastic job campaigning to host it again.
It's hard to top what they're doing. But I'm not 100% sure. I thought it maybe might pass on, right? Whoever Cold Spring plays, since Cold Spring played Locust Valley, perhaps it's at Island Trees. They have tremendous facilities there as well. And what a great opportunity for those kids and faculty to get, relatives of General Patton in the building and, spreading that K-12 curriculum and teaching leadership and all those types of things that are super important.
Fourth down and 4. Inside give, Menente chugging forward. See if forward progress gives him a first down. And it does.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see some of these jerseys. Kids are coming off the field and they're signed. Well, like by other players as well as vets?
Yes.
It's awesome.
And both of these teams had an opportunity last night to meet General Patton's granddaughter and some other veterans and people that are part of the General Patton sports committee.
I never knew he was an Olympian.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, 1912, I think Sweden. Huge fencing background for him. And
well, what would you expect back in 1912?
Yeah, well, it was like the pentathlon where he's doing some shooting, some fencing, some running, some swimming. Pretty remarkable.
I mean, he's got to be up there as the greatest American of all time, right?
I mean, the resume speaks for itself.
Bulldog run, number 27, Lucas Bazelis, stopped by Cold Spring Harbor.
So Lucas Bazelis in there, and now 2nd and 5. Well, Island Trees emptying the bench a little bit, and good opportunity for players that don't get a lot of playing time to make a case for themselves, and that's Matt Morandi on the 2nd down give.
Another tackle by Stark. Some other names out there for Cold Spring Harbor. Cole Gladowski Jr. playing some cornerback. See Yanni Delaris, tight end, D lineman, 86, tall athlete playing DN.
How about Lucas Henning, too? Some size in the middle.
Yeah, Steven Schmidt, senior. Looks like he's playing some tackle or guard inside.
They're down and 4. The pitch, Morandi. Chugs ahead, has a first down.
Yeah, some of the linemen changed to Island Trees. See 50 out there. Lucas Duran, a junior. Real good size on him on the outside. 23, Drew Feinberg. Looks like out there at wide receiver.
Six and a half and rolling.
Giovanni Velasquez Jr. in the backfield.
And there's Morandi. Ball comes out, but they'll say Morandi was down.
Good tackle by Andrew Hadjangeris.
I'll say it 3 times fast. You know, Brian, it's it's an interesting time in the schedule for both of these teams, and for if the score holds and Cold Spring Harbor improves to 3-0. Regardless of opponent, preparation-wise, you get a full week, but then only about 3 or 4 days because of Yom Kippur taking place over the second weekend in October. So every team is playing on the 10th. So you're going from playing either on the 4th or 5th and then not having a full week of practice. And for some teams in different conferences, they decided to have a bye that week and played a week 0, but these two schools didn't. And, this week will be fine, but the next 2 weeks are going to be awfully tough for some of these teams.
Yeah, I'm sure Cold Spring Harbor will line up tomorrow if they could. They're rolling. They're feeling good about themselves. Your Island Trees, right, you really want to get 15 Saragosi back in this lineup to add another threat offensively especially.
Well, he was a game-time decision, and then late last night was ruled out. And you have to wonder with one more week if Saragosi, his knee can get better. As Giovanni Velasquez gets a first down for Island Trees.
Yeah, against Carl Place, Saragosi had 12 carries, 68 yards, 17-yard touchdown. Definitely miss his presence out there. Another leader, right? I'm a lacrosse goalie. He's a goalie as well, right? Those guys are usually, great communicators and, kind of the heart and soul of the team. So Philocoma and Saragosi make a great combo together. You're missing one, it's, just not as strong as a squad.
Goalies are always looking out for each other.
For sure.
Near side, Luke Bazelis, the junior.
Yeah, Yanni Delaris, nice tackle. Not letting him get to the outside.
Bulldog run number 27, Lucas Bazelis. Stopped by Cold Spring Harbor's number 86, Yanni Delaris.
There's Delaris.
You see those starters for Cold Spring Harbor. They're rooting these guys on. First week they pitched a shutout against Carl Place. I'm sure they wouldn't mind a 0 up on the board.
Under 4 minutes to play. Ranging wide. And another couple yards for Bazelis.
Ben Morandi with a nice block. He took on a guy, in Ben Stark, almost twice his size. Almost caught Stark by surprise.
After the run, Island Trees, 3rd and 6.
Well, Brian, I'd have to imagine for Island Trees, at least on this drive, you want to see them get into the end zone, but perhaps maybe throw out new plays there, try and build on some confidence going into next week. What do you think they want to see out of this drive?
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty content on keeping it on the ground, and either they score or the ball doesn't go back to Cold Spring Harbor. I don't foresee any passing or rolling out here. Just kind of straight handoffs. See if you can get in, and it'll be perfect. I think a perfect script with them to score with no time left on the clock and shake hands.
Drew Feinberg was called for the false start.
Looking to get out on that block. So we're going to go out to Noemi tonight? What do we think?
They have to. It's a packed house. Let's do it.
I got them pumped up, the cheerleaders, the crowd, and can't go straight home.
No, not at all.
Some more of that pastry. I can't pronounce it, but.
You know, I haven't been able to find the Tupperware for it.
But how about the secret, right? He wasn't going to give the secrets away. What was it? What was in the? I love that, right? You gotta, Hey, listen, the guy was on what? He beat Bobby Flay.
You're right. You can't give your secrets out after you beat Bobby Flay.
Come on. Put that on your resume. Just beat Bobby Flay, right? You're gonna get people to come to your restaurant.
Now the good thing is for the Huntington audience, there's a location in Huntington. There's another one in Garden City, which might be a little bit closer.
Say what?
Yep.
That's where I live. I'm in.
Morandi stacked up. Dolores again. How about Dolores coming off the bench and throwing out the hit stick?
Yeah, and Fakara as well. He's had a heck of a ball game. Kid plays hard. Very impressed with Fakara. You add him to the mix with Bruno. We need Bauer, McKean, Fakara. Good luck trying to stop them. Who's got them next?
Timeout taken by Island Trees. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 1:22 to play in regulation. Cold Spring Harbor up big on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any teams looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
Here comes the 1-0. Hit on the ground at first. Twins up with it. Feeds to Varela. It's a no-hitter! And Division's moving on. Nassau County AA champions.
As West barks out the signal. West is going to keep it himself inside the 5 to the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Southside.
Varsity Media offers sportscast coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Cold Spring Harbor next week. Right, they got Locust Valley.
They do. You're right.
It's their one loss from last year in the regular season on the Remembrance Bowl.
So you got Locust Valley, then West Hempstead, who they beat in the final game of the regular season. It toughens up Plain Edge and Wantagh in 2 of the final 3 weeks.
Oh, he's going to go.
That's Brady McKean in the open field. Or no, check that. Jaden Saunders. Sorry, I saw the 2, but Jaden Saunders, a junior. How about this? Only 13 total yards coming into the game. He's doubled it.
Yeah, he's done most of his work has been done at the linebacker position, getting rewarded there with a carry that he almost took to the house. Love to see the Island Trees boys playing to the end there. 27, Lucas Bazalius, right, with a great tackle to save a touchdown.
Well, penalty coming in afterwards. And a couple of kneel downs now for Cold Spring Harbor. See the coaching staff for the Seahawks take the headsets off, and it's pretty much the white flag.
Yeah, pitch is shut out. The Seahawks with a victory.
Well, and you knew what you were going to get for Cold Spring Harbor coming into this year. They return a lot of starters from last year, a team that was so close to capturing a county championship, and they look in pristine form today, particularly Alex Bauer and Sam Bruno, who accounted for the 4 touchdowns.
I think Island Trees knew they had a tough battle. They're coming in shorthanded. They know what Cold Spring Harbor brings to the table. But at times they move the ball. I think their quarterback gained confidence, and I think that it sets them up for the rest of the regular season to keep building that chemistry and heading in the right direction.
So Cold Spring Harbor picks up their 3rd win of the year. They're 3-0 on the season before they take on Locust Valley to try and avenge last year's Remembrance Bowl loss. Island Trees falls 2-1-2. And a good effort by Cold Spring Harbor. And just a fantastic job by the Cold Spring Harbor community. And this has been the 2024 edition of the Remembrance Bowl. And for our entire team, led by executive producer Ben Turchin, technical director is Becca Kazaks, Gerald Miranda, Joe Foster, and Ron Pierre giving you the moving images. For my partner, Brian Soper, this is John Perez saying so long from Cold Spring Harbor High School. This has been Nassau County Football on the Varsity Media Sports Network.